Good good morning, everyone. Today is a new week. A new journal. It's a new month. It's crazy. May. Where has the time gone? Anywho. Oh, that's lovely hair. Anyways, today is section 46, verses 1 through 6. Now, this week is 3 sections, 46, 47, and 48. And 47 and 48 don't seem to be too long. And that's why 46 is broken up into 5 days. But anyways, we all know how I do things. We're going to live with it, okay? So, section 46 was given March 8th, 1831 at Kirtland, Ohio. It's for the church. And the prominent doctrine or theme is public meetings and the gifts of the Spirit. Let's see. Historical background. Now, in the podcast, the guy had Parkinson's, so it was kind of hard to understand him. I didn't receive a whole lot from it. But anyways, historical background is... John Whitmer wrote about this revelation. In the beginning of the church, while yet in her infancy, the disciples used to exclude unbelievers, which caused some to marvel and converse on this matter because of the things written in the Book of Mormon, specifically 3 Nephi 18:22 through 34. Therefore the Lord deigned to speak on this subject, that his people might come to understanding, and said that he had always given to his elders to conduct all meetings as they were led by the Spirit. And then it says that verses 1 through 7 were probably given to correct what had become a practice of the church at the time, excluding non-members from its services to prevent persecution and disruption, which is kind of understandable. Would you... It's hard because it's like, you're supposed to let everybody in. But Satan is working so hard against each one of you, and he can just get somebody to walk in there and not shoot up the place, but just be a disruption. So it's kind of understandable that they didn't let non-members in. But the Lord said, nope, let everybody in. Okay, so later on in the section, it talks more about spiritual gifts, that sort of thing, and I don't think I want to talk about those quite yet, because verses 1 through 6 was just about the meetings. So we'll get into that later. But Ludlow has some things to say. We talked about that. Okay, so the only other thing here is verse 4. If any have trespassed, let him not partake of the sacrament. So in the verse it says, let everybody in, but don't let somebody unworthily, that you know is unworthy to partake of the sacrament, don't let them do that. That's not good for them. It's not good for you. Just don't let it happen. Anyways, David O. McKay says, to partake of the sacrament unworthily is to take a step towards spiritual death. No man can be dishonest within himself without deadening the susceptibility of his spirit. Sin can stun the conscience as a blow to the head can stun the physical senses. He who promises one thing and deliberately fails to keep his word adds sin to sin. On natural principles, such a man eats and drinks condemnation to his soul. I am not perfect. We all know this. But this sound, it makes sense. I don't know if any of you have felt this. I mean, we're all sinners. This where your senses are just dead. You're numb. I'm sure we've all had that, where it's like, where you're very hesitant to do this sin, but the more you do it, the more numb you become to it, and you're unreachable almost. You're numb to what you're doing. Anyways, fun read. That was section 46, verses 1 through 6. And tomorrow is 7 through 12. So we'll see you then.